I just want to talk a little bit about obsession and passion because they often get confused. Obsession is fear-fueled, and addiction and obsession are often also confused. But obsessions and addictions, there's one thing they have in common, and that is they are pursuits that decay quality of life, and they also cost you self-respect. Passions are pursuits that improve quality of life, and they build your self-respect. So passionate discipline is the flip side of obsessive compulsive, obsessive and addictive. Now, when fear's fueling our decisions, we become more controlling about what we do and how we do it in order to try and keep a lid on the fear. However, when we surrender to our fear and unpack it and undress it and take the time to detox from our fears and then install some new apps, self-study and learn some new tools, learn some new emotional fitness techniques, we can become passionately disciplined. And I'm somebody, for example, I'll give you an example. I'm somebody that loves dress-ups. And when I was a little girl and all the upsetting things were happening to my femininity, I used to dress up Barbies. And I'm a child of the 60s, so Barbie was the doll we were playing with then. And I also had another beautiful doll that was modelled on Sophia Loren. And I'm born on Sophia Loren's birthday. I'm a Virgo, September 20. And I used to spend a lot of time with my dolls, just wondering what it would be like to feel that beautiful and look that beautiful. But as I grew older and the abuse got more violent and I started to get angry that I was a little female, I would start to torture my dolls and start to chop their hair off and put ropes around their neck and drop them down sewage lines and just really, really horrible things. And that was me acting out on my own femininity. So when I got into recovery, and I got clean and sober, what I used to do was keep $20. I was a single mum on the pension. I used to keep $20 of my pension and keep it for op shopping, treasure hunting. And I mentioned this in the previous blog. I used to be obsessive about almost hiding my femininity and presenting to the world with my clothes somebody that I wasn't, almost as a distraction, as a decoy. When I got clean and sober, I only wanted to wear things that had some textural beauty or had a colour or that fed my senses. And what happens for me still is I can be at a great function and people can be drinking French champagne around me and I'll be sipping on my mineral water, but I look down at my beautiful red velvet shoes or smell a fragrance that I'm wearing or look at a lovely handbag I bought in an op shop years ago. And that little item of beauty will redirect my brain to being in a grateful place that had I not been in recovery, I would not be able to enjoy those beautiful celebrations of the feminine. So, if you walk into my dressing room, and I think, beautiful Liz Golding did an article on my dressing room, because now in my 50s, I've been collecting treasures, and some of them are expensive and some of them I bought for $2 and they're divine. And I'm passionate about clothes and beauty and adornment, and I'm passionate about my nest. I don't buy anything for my home that's in fashion. I only buy things for my home and to adorn myself in that make my heart sing, that are beautiful. I really don't care what Vogue magazines have to say either. It either makes my heart sing or it doesn't. So I'm passionate about those things of beauty. But, I do have clients that are obsessive shoppers. And, there's a difference there between obsession and passion, because they're spending money they don't have. They're buying out of fear, and they're hiding away their treasures in shame. Whereas, if you're passionate about your craft or your art or your hobby or whatever that is, it's something that you share freely and show freely and are proud of, because it empowers your life and adds to your life, and you come from a very, very, very different place. And It's a byproduct of the internal abundance that you feel. So just review. And if you haven't got anything you're passionate about, anything that you do just for the love and the joy of it, because it love, beauty, and hope, it feeds your self-respect. If you don't have any pursuit in your life like that, and for me, I also have writing, and I also have gardening, and I also have cooking, and these things all feed. I'm passionate about them. I love them. I love cooking for my family and friends. But I didn't have those things 19 years ago when I got clean and sober. I was emotionally bankrupt because obsession and addiction had hijacked all the joy and the self-respect in my life.